Most people believe hating Valentine's Day indicates bitterness, that rejection of the holiday reveals romantic failure, that cynicism masks wounded hope. That belief is quietly preventing you from understanding the genuine philosophical and psychological resistance that many feel toward this cultural institution, and why that resistance might indicate health rather than pathology. By the end of this video, you'll never look at your own Valentine's Day reaction the same way again, whether you love it, hate it, or feel mysteriously conflicted about both positions simultaneously. If this feels familiar, you're not broken. You adapted to a world that commercializes intimacy, that transforms genuine connection into obligatory performance, that measures love through consumption and visibility. But adaptation without awareness becomes either compulsive compliance or reactive rejection, both responses controlled by the very system they appear to accept or resist. You've been told that good partners participate enthusiastically, that resistance indicates emotional unavailability, that the holiday is what you make of it. So you either perform participation with hidden resentment, reject it openly with visible contempt, or oscillate between these positions depending on your relationship status and social context. You feel pressure to have a position, shame about your actual feelings, confusion about why a day dedicated to love generates such complex reactions. You're not bitter. You're responding to something genuinely problematic that few people examine with sufficient depth. This is called ritualized intimacy coercion. Your brain evolved to seek authentic connection, to experience threat in performance without substance, to regulate through genuine mutual exchange rather than scripted display. Valentine's Day hijacks this system in multiple directions simultaneously, imposing obligation where desire should reign, creating comparison where contentment might exist, demanding visibility where privacy might serve. Each expectation internalized provides temporary social safety. Each performance given prevents the genuine encounter that ritual should serve. Each rejection of the form often still accepts the frame, defining oneself against the holiday rather than simply living independently of it. That's why you feel exhausted by participation, isolated by rejection, confused by your own simultaneous desires for recognition and resistance to its required form. And this is where most people make the mistake. They assume Valentine's Day hatred indicates relationship problems. They think resistance reveals fear of intimacy. So they pathologize the resistant while failing to examine what healthy intimacy might actually look like, forms that might not align with commercialized, compulsory, visible performance. Notice what happens when you imagine a Valentine's Day that would genuinely please you. Does it resemble the cultural script or diverge from it? That imagination reveals everything. Convergence exposes either genuine alignment with the form or insufficient examination of alternatives. Divergence exposes the possibility that your resistance indicates values rather than wounds, preferences for privacy over display, for spontaneity over obligation, for daily practice over annual performance. Most people think hating Valentine's Day indicates cynicism. Psychologically, it often indicates idealism, holding love to standards that commercialized performance cannot meet. The noise of enthusiastic participation is sometimes compensation for relationship absence. The noise of contemptuous rejection is sometimes compensation for desire unacknowledged. The silence of genuine indifference is actually rare and healthy, the position of those who neither need the form nor define themselves against it, who simply love in their own way, on their own time, without requiring either compliance or resistance. You don't need more romance, you need a different relationship with cultural scripts. You are not a participant or rejecter, you are a conscious chooser. Step 1. Recognize when you're performing either enthusiasm or contempt. Catch yourself accepting the frame that Valentine's Day matters, whether through compliance or resistance, believing that your position indicates something essential about your character or relationship. Step 2. Replace reaction with creation. For this day, ask, what would genuine connection look like for us specifically? Then do that, whether it resembles the holiday or not. Step 3. Reinforce the identity. When the day approaches, practice saying, we choose our own ritual, not we don't celebrate Valentine's Day, not we have to do something. Sovereignty language. The conscious chooser creates rather than accepts or rejects. Most people will use this to justify neglect. They'll abandon all gesture and call it authenticity. That always backfires. True sovereignty requires care. You attend to your partner. You simply stop attending to commercialized scripts that don't serve your specific connection. Neglect without intention is just avoidance wearing principle. For the next 24 hours, do this one thing. With your partner, or with yourself if single, discuss what would actually feel loving, not what should, what would. Then schedule that, regardless of calendar date. Not to reject Valentine's Day, to become someone who creates connection rather than performing or rejecting prescribed forms. Mastering Valentine's Day isn't about loving it or hating it. It's about becoming the person who neither needs its validation nor defines themselves against its demands, who simply loves in ways that serve their specific relationships, whether visible or invisible, scheduled or spontaneous, expensive or free. When you choose creation over reaction, you give permission for everyone around you to do the same. Your relationships become genuine, your celebrations become meaningful, your life becomes yours rather than scripted. People who understand this move differently. They feel curiosity about their own reactions. They create rituals that serve their specific connection. They experience freedom from cultural scripts as possibility rather than deprivation. Next time, we'll uncover the psychology of lonely people on Valentine's Day, why isolation feels sharper on this day, and how to transform it. Until then, watch how your relationship to this day changes. Notice what happens when you stop reacting and start creating. That's the conscious chooser emerging.